Welcome and thank you for tuning into another episode with Everyday Stuff 21. In today's episode, I'm going to discuss and share my opinions on two fragrances from the luxury British niche house known as Boadicea the Victorious. And the two fragrances that I'm going to talk about today are Heroine and Azrak. But before I get started with this discussion, if this is your first time tuning into this channel and you haven't yet done so, please consider subscribing, tapping the like button, and leaving a comment on this discussion. Also, tap the notification bell and turning it on so you'll be alerted when new videos like this one debut. With all that being said, let's get started. So, before I get into the individual discussions, I want to start off with talking about them both together. So both Heroine and Azrak, they both come presented in these absolutely beautiful bottles. I have some bottles from some offerings from Boadicea, just not these two. So today, both of these are both in a sample form, and I will show those to you shortly. Also, they both are unisex, although you'll learn later that I feel that one of them camps out in that space in between unisex and feminine, and the other more so camping out in that space in between unisex and masculine. Another thing about both of these fragrances is that they share about 5 or so scent notes that are the same, but interestingly enough, they smell absolutely nothing alike. Another thing about them both is I feel that they are perfect for springtime and summer. I think what you get from both of those, and you'll soon hear how I describe them, will kind of suit for both of those parts of the year. So both of them, both in terms of scent notes, they both share bergamot, jasmine, violet, musk, and rose. So also the other thing is too, both of them are extremely well blended. They are fantastic fragrances, both of them are, and I believe that both of them are bottle worthy. But even with all of that, guys, you must sample them first. These fragrances are expensive. If you decide you want to pull the trigger on either one of them, try them out and make sure that's what you want. Starting with Heroine. Heroine, man, this is a dope fragrance, guys. Here's a container that it comes in. Very luxurious, just the way Boadicea does it. I'm gonna pop this one out here. This is the one that I feel leans more feminine than masculine, so it's kind of in that space in between unisex and feminine, and it's a very excellent fragrance. Get a good spray on it. Man, this is so good. This is so good. So when it comes to the projection, it gives good solid projection for the first 2 to 3 hours on my skin, and longevity on my skin I get somewhere about 6 to 8 hours. So it's not like a beast mode type of thing, and then after those 3 maybe 4 hours, it really settles down and gets a lot closer to the skin. So but it leaves a very good scent trail in those first few hours, guys, and this is so good, man. Even though it leans for feminine, but the scent is really good. With the scent, it definitely gives me a easy, strong 9 out of 10. Smells so good, guys. So with me, when I smell this, I think about a spring day in a field of flowers, just bloomed, just bright, and just presenting those wonderful scents. And those scents that it starts off with in this fragrance is bergamot and mandarin orange to give that zestiness, and then also in the top notes you're going to get black currant and dewberry for that fruity fruitiness in conjunction with the florals that come in the heart. And what you'll get is the white florals of jasmine, and then heliotrope, violet, mimosa, and rose. And in the base, you're gonna get orris flower, musk, sandalwood, vetiver, vanilla sugar, amber, and the sweetness of the tonka bean. And that tonka bean and the vanilla sugar, you can capture that sweetness in the fragrance, in the scent, which makes the scent so unique and so different from a lot that I've smelled. I haven't smelled a lot or everything, but I feel like I got my fair share in, and this is so good. Now the rose, I feel like it's more of a supporting act. I don't really pick the rose up in this particular fragrance as much. And the dewberry is, I'm very new to that, so I'm not very familiar with that fragrance or that scent note. But man, guys, this is so good. It is something worth trying. And I believe if you're into it, if you like it after you sampled it, I think you might want to own it. But it's good stuff. All right, guys, moving on to Azrak. Let's show you the presentation. Very similar container as it came in with Heroine. And here's the inside. Let's pull this guy out and give it a reminder spray. And then I'm going to break down the scent notes to you. Oh my goodness, guys. This right here is the one I was talking about that leans more masculine to me. It camps out in that space between unisex and masculine. And man, this is definitely, just like Heroine, springtime in the bottle, but it goes in a totally different direction. So let me share with you the scent notes that it starts off with. So when it starts off with bergamot in the top, and then it has pineapple, lemon is in it, cassis, as well as cardamom. And then it transitions down into the mid notes where you're going to get spices, white florals of jasmine, rose, and violet. And then it transitions down into the base where you're going to get musk, amber, woody notes, and oud. And guys, this is really good. What I feel about this is it feels like, and what I learned what their approach was, is like the ocean of the Atlantic that surrounds where this company comes from, and capturing that whole vibe of the waves just kind of crushing in. And this is unlike Heroine, which is very subtle and sublime, this is very bold and in your face. With the performance on this, guys, you're gonna get good performance. You're gonna get 10 plus hours. That's what I get on my skin, and the projection more like 4 to 5 hours. This guy, he is not playing. And in that beginning, I mean, you get the pineapple, but it's not like you would get in some other fragrances because of the cardamom and the bergamot and how well blended this stuff is. And then you get those ozonic notes, even though it's nothing there, but you smell that ocean in this stuff, man. It is so good. And of course, you get the wood and the musk that definitely gives it that sharpness. It gives it that boldness. That's where you're getting that bold and that sharp from the musk and the oud and the amber that comes in the base. Guys, this is really good stuff. But I will definitely say you must try this, just like Heroine, because everything isn't for everybody. This one right here definitely for me gets a solid 8 out of 10. I will say that I do like Heroine a bit more, and this one a little bit different, but they both smell great. Both are bottle worthy. With all of that, guys, what do you think? Are you familiar with these fragrances? Do you have these fragrances? If so, leave something in the comments. Let's discuss. Also, maybe share what are your spring fragrances that you're looking forward to wearing this year. Well, thank you for allowing me to bend your ears and fill your eyes with substance. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment on this discussion. Until we meet again, peace and blessings.